and I'd like to start in this point because I know for a fact that you guys have a whole lot of clients from different segments, from infrastructure to broadcasting, let's say. But I guess that the challenges they face during a transformation like that, where you have this big restructuring process, they are the same throughout the whole. Doesn't matter your industry, they're going to be the same. And can you comment a little bit more on what are the main challenges you see in any transformation you guys participated? Like, what is the main challenge? Is it current culture? Is it structure? Is it the way the company thinks? Is it the lack of having customer centricity? So, what is the main challenges in these transformations?
Well, I think every transformation has a huge impact on people. And I think in order to be successful, you need more than just methods or tools. You need to, first of all, have a management alliance. So the top management needs to really be aligned on the vision, on the targets, on the story to tell to the employees. So that's a huge piece of the transformation. And then after you have that, you build a project organization on a working level, on a top management level. You start working on your communication processes, people engagement, and then really through those plans, you can start the transformation together with the employees, and by really having a good communication at the beginning. And I think if you guarantee that, you will get a really good transparency for everybody about the milestones, about the results that need to be achieved, and I think then the transformation is a lot smoother.
Cool. And still on this topic about the transformation, how do you weigh the importance of support areas such as HR, finance, and etc. doing during these transformations? Because we see a lot of companies focusing on where like added value is super clear, whereas in back office areas or non-core areas, this added value is a lot lower or inexistent. So, but you still need to work in these areas, right? You still have to bring lean to these areas, even though they don't add as much value as the core areas. So, how would you weigh the importance of these areas in the transformation?
Oh, totally. I think it's very important for companies to start at their operational processes, get to understand how that works. It's a lot easier to see waste in an operational production process than in indirect areas, as you said. You're completely right about that. But that doesn't mean that you don't find waste in those areas.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of adapting a bit the methodology, bringing all the interface areas together to look at the process jointly, because many times you don't even know who your internal customer is and to whom you're actually sending those information. And actually, I love this. When I started working in more administrative areas, I was really amazed because I used to bring all these people from different areas to look at the cross-functional process. And as soon as we mapped the process, everybody was like apologizing themselves to each other and saying, well, I really didn't know that I caused this trouble to you. So I think if you have the right way of engaging these people, of showing what's actually happening, you can achieve great results. And a big piece of the results is really at the interface between those areas.
And how do you guys work on this, making this interface better? Because we all know that when it comes to service or back office processes, processes are much more volatile. They're not as clear as at the shop floor. Let's say you cannot see the ways, you cannot properly see the flows because that's running in softwares or in conversations. So, what is your approach on how do we start in the support areas? How do we make communication better? How do we make our processes better in these areas that are not as clear as the shop floor?
Well, I think first of all, you need to bring transparency over the current situation. It's not different from a production process, right? You will have a process, you will have an information flow. You just need to map that and bring transparency over what's happening today and what are the main characteristics of the process. Of course, you're not talking about material flow, you're talking about information flow. I think if people see what's the current situation and what's bringing their quality down or their service delivery down or their productivity down, then they will be able to jointly think about concepts that can enhance their current processes. And here, I think one important aspect is always, well, and right now everybody's thinking about automation, which is great, but in our opinion, before you automate, it's crucial that you understand what is the best process flow for me and how can then an automation or a system really support our process that works best for us.